What's going on, guys? Today we're going to build a new agent, and this time I want to understand trends and analysis on my Smartly campaigns. But this can be applicable for instantly, reply, kind of like outreach-based platform, as long as you can export the data and the responses via CSV. So what I've gone ahead and done is we've gone to Smartly, we've created a campaign, we've done the campaign, and then we've gone to the inbox and exported the inbox with all of the campaign sequences and statuses and things like that. From there, we then uploaded this into here so we can see all of the data basically coming back, the reply time, reply message, things like that. So now what we want to do is we want to create an agent. So as usual, we're going to go to here. And we've got a few different options, right? We could use the tools agent. We could use the plan and execute agents, which could be probably the one that we might go for, or the conversational one for these different ones. For this one, I think we're just going to keep to the tools. In fact, we're going to use the conversation. We're going to test the conversation one. We can maybe even do a little bit of a test to see how they differ actually for the purpose of this. So we're going to use 4.0 mini for the purpose of this, but for the test, but I would probably use 4.0 because you're going to get better outputs, or maybe even Claude. We're going to use a memory here, and the memory, we're just going to change it to a context length window of 10. So now I created that Google Sheets. I think it's called Influence Campaign Report. And so we're going to do this as well. Now, one thing that I thought could be cool is we're going to get the email address. So we could also take this a little bit further by understanding who are the types of people that have replied. But for now, let's go ahead and chat to it. This is a previous session. Let's change that. Can you spot any trends on this data based on the individuals that have replied to me? Anything I could use going forward to improve my response rate? Probably agent, conversational agent. I use conversational agent. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to use plan and execute agent. Okay, redo that. The tools are not supported. What tool is not supported? That should be fine. Okay, that makes our answer. I never knew that. So we've got to use the tools agent for this purpose for Google Sheets, clearly. Let's go and test that. There we go. Okay, so that is now going to start to run. This might take a while because it's got to crunch a lot of data. So we may skip ahead to the results coming back. Okay, we now have a response. Based on the data you provided regarding individuals who engaged with your outreach messages, here are some trends, general trends, low response rate, most of your message show no replies, delivery issues, interesting, bounce rates, blah, blah, blah. You have similar structure to emails, consider personalization. So it's really ripping apart my campaign. Anyway, I want to take this further because this is all quite generic. We haven't done A/B testing. Obviously, this would be a lot better if I did A/B testing, things like that. I want to really understand, based on those individuals that have replied, what were the themes, right? Because if the copy is relatively the same, and this would be even better if the copy varied based if I was using like AI copy personalized for everything, or we could then like really like hone in on it. But here I've got two other nodes that I just copied and pasted from another flow, so we don't need to re-add it every time. And we're going to hook these up. So this is going to get the information of the individuals from social media, and this is going to get the information that's going to allow us to search. And so now what we want to do is I want to define the prompt. Give it a system message. You're a helpful assistant, helpful research assistant that is going to crunch numbers for me to improve my cold email campaigns going forward. You have the ability to search Google and social media to understand if there are any trends emerging based on who the people are that are replying or not, and can check people's backgrounds via social media, etc. Which is good. And so now we're going to say, can you spot any trends on the type of people that have replied to me in this campaign? You can use the Google search or social media info to help inform your decision. Is there anything the people that have replied have in common? Okay, we're going to let this run. You can analyze their background common traits. Okay. Do I need to update this? Set manually read to update to the Google Sheets to find the cold email campaign performance. Use the Google Sheets tool to get the campaign stats. Okay. Now, because I've used the window buffer, we can actually have a conversation with it. We don't need to restart the prompt. Use the Google Sheets tool to collect all the information you require. Okay, everyone, right. They've finally replied to us, which is good. So you can see here, spoke to it, grabbed all the information, it's checked different profiles. So it should spit us out quite a nice response. Let's see what we've got. So common characteristics, many respondents were senior individuals, industry exposure. The majority come from technology backgrounds. Okay, we've got the country, educational. We've got a few of the notable highlights. So here we go. We've got 4 actionable insights. Focus on decision makers. Fine. Interesting. So highlight how your product can assist in optimizing marketing efforts given the interest expressed by many enhancing their digital presence and efficiencies. Consider case study development testimonials to resonate with high profile audience. Interesting. We could then ask it, based on this data you now have, is there any trends we could even do it like with the post that they do or something like that. That could be cool because we've hooked this up to Triggerfy now. But we could say, based on this data, is there any trends with the work experience, maybe previous roles or anything like that? Okay, so we need to go get it again. So that is an agent, right? Which now is taking all of our campaign data. We've armed it with the ability to search Google. We've armed it with the ability to pull social data via Triggerfy. And we can just keep asking it questions, right? And we can keep tinkering with this to make this better. But that is another use case of a individual agent that can get so much value and help you spend hours and hours of time just by improving your campaign performance.